China just put a battery made from salt under a heavy truck. No lithium, none. And in the dead of a northern Chinese winter, minus 40 degrees Celsius, the kind of cold that strands ordinary electric trucks on the shoulder with half their range gone, this one reportedly did not lose range. It gained it. That's the claim I have to unpack for you today, because if it holds up, the metal that powers every electric vehicle on Earth just got put on notice. Do me a favor and subscribe, so breakthroughs like this hit your feed before everyone else is talking about them. Now here's what makes this almost hard to believe. The team behind this battery just published something that, on paper, sounds physically impossible, and we will get to it. But before you can believe a claim this big, you have to meet the 85-year-old scientist who bet his whole legacy against lithium. His name is Chen Liquan, and inside China, they call him the father of the country's lithium battery. 3 decades ago, his team built China's first lithium cell. So when this man, the one who helped put lithium on the map, turned around and bet against it, people paid attention. In 2017, out of the Institute of Physics at the Chinese Academy of Sciences, Chen and 3 of his former students spun off a company called Haina, chaired by Professor Hu Yongsheng, to chase the one chemistry the whole industry had written off: sodium, salt. The stuff you can pull out of seawater. They didn't start in 2017. Hu's team had been grinding on it since 2011. The wins came slowly, then all at once. A working sodium-powered vehicle in 2018, a grid storage station. Then in 2022, the world's first gigawatt-hour sodium production line. And in January 2024, automaker JAC rolled out the Yiwei 3, the first mass-produced passenger car running on Haina's salt cells. So this isn't 2 guys in a garage with a press release. This is half a century of battery science aimed at one target. And that lab DNA is exactly why the thing they revealed this spring made engineers worldwide stop and reread it. But here's the thing. The chemistry was basically ready years ago. So why didn't it take over the world? Because the entire industry had bet everything on a metal with some very ugly problems. Lithium hates the cold. Drop a lithium truck into deep winter, and the chemistry slows to a crawl. And worse, it can permanently lose capacity through a process called lithium plating that quietly kills the battery. So the trucks that haul through the coldest, most remote routes on the planet are exactly the ones lithium serves worst. Then there is where lithium comes from. According to the International Energy Agency, by 2030, about 85% of the world's lithium will be refined in just 3 countries. 3. That's not a supply chain. That's a choke point. One bad year, one trade fight, and prices spike for everyone. And the part nobody likes to say out loud, lithium fires are brutal. A lithium thermal runaway is a chain reaction that is notoriously hard to put out, which is why a battery fire in a warehouse or under a loaded semi is a genuine nightmare. Cold, fragile, concentrated, flammable. For a passenger car, you can manage around it. But a heavy truck is the hardest case there is. Heavy, far from home, out in the weather, carrying a fortune in freight. So what if a battery could survive the cold, ditch the lithium, and refuse to catch fire? Haina has been chasing exactly that for years. And this spring, they proved it. On March 31st, 2026, Haina pulled the covers off a sodium-ion traction pack, the kind that actually drives the truck, and released the data from real-world trials run in 3 brutal places at once: the deep cold of northern China, high altitude, and mixed broken roads. Start with the cold, because this is the one that breaks lithium. Haina's cells are built to run from minus 40 all the way up to 70 degrees Celsius. And in those frozen trials, the sodium trucks reportedly delivered around 20% more range than the lithium baseline. Read that again. Colder conditions, more range. That's like your phone lasting longer in a blizzard than it does on your desk. But cold performance is just the opening move. Wait until you hear what the battery is made of. There is no lithium in it, no cobalt, no nickel. The active ingredient is sodium, the same element you can pull straight out of sea salt, which is why Heine's whole pitch is breaking free of that three-country choke point. And that alone would rattle the lithium world. But it is still not the part that made engineers stop and stare. Here it is. On April 6th, Hu Yongsheng's team published a paper in Nature Energy describing a new non-flammable electrolyte. And for the first time anywhere on Earth, they demonstrated complete thermal runaway suppression in a full ampere-hour scale sodium battery. In plain English, they built a big battery that in their testing would not catch fire, a salt battery with a built-in firefighter. Incredible, right? But here's the fair question. Can it actually compete with lithium on the road? Here's the honest part, and it is why this is bigger than one truck. Sodium still trails lithium on energy density, so it will not replace lithium, and the two are going to run side by side. And right now, while volumes are tiny, sodium cells actually cost more than lithium. But Heine's own people project that costs will flip by 2027, with costs eventually falling about 1/3 below lithium once the factories scale. So this was never just about trucks, it's already in passenger cars. In February, battery giant CATL and Chang'an unveiled the Nivo A06, billed as the world's first mass-production sodium-ion car. CATL is rolling sodium across battery swap stations, commercial fleets, and grid storage through 2026. Heine already built the world's first 100 megawatt-hour sodium storage project and signed deals to bring the tech to the United States and to India. Think about what that unlocks. The freezing routes lithium can't handle, the remote grids, the warehouses that can't risk a fire, the countries with no lithium of their own but plenty of coastline and salt. So the picture just got a lot bigger than a single truck in the Chinese cold. This isn't really about one truck or even one company. It's about a 50-year bet finally paying off. The idea that the future of energy might run on the most common stuff on the planet instead of a metal locked up in 3 countries. Sodium isn't going to dethrone lithium overnight. But for the cold, the remote, and the places that simply can't catch fire, the salt battery just became real. And you heard about it before most of the world did. If this breakdown was worth your time, hit the like, share it with someone who'd find it wild, and subscribe for more deep dives like this. Then tell me in the comments, do you think salt batteries can actually go toe-to-toe with lithium? And don't miss the next one. It's right there, and trust me, it's worth it.